Today's Michelleology and meditation. We are entering the beginning of a new week. The light of God is already in progress. It's already started. Today, we're going to meditate on paying attention. Intentionally focusing on our thoughts, our environment, our families, but most of all, ourselves and God. Many times we don't pay attention to what God is saying to us. We don't pay attention to the signs that are surrounding us. He will show us trouble way off. We don't pay attention to the signs. And every time we don't pay attention, we pay a price for not knowing, or we pay a price. And we will say something like, I didn't know that was going to happen, or that caught me by surprise. But if God be a God that does not lie and has already said, I will show you trouble way off, it means at some point we refuse to pay attention. And we're so distracted by everything outside of us that we often don't hear what the Spirit is saying to us. We must focus on our heart mind, where we go in and where God speaks. And He speaks in pictures, images, and phrases. It's amazing to me that if you really have experiences with God and Him speaking to you, He never speaks in paragraphs or long narratives, because your attention span is very short. And with God being our creator, and He knows that, He speaks in images and pictures. And so we have to be connected or reconnected or well-grounded, rooted in being in the presence of God and knowing His voice. He said, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. And so when we're distracted, we begin to follow strange voices, strange people, strange happenings. And it causes us to end up in strange places within our lives. And so just as easy as you can get distracted, you can easily focus. And when we talk about paying attention and focusing, we're talking about taking every thought, every imagination into captivity. If you're having almost 70,000 thoughts a day, you may ask, how do you pay attention? Paying attention means to be conscious of the thoughts that are rolling in your head. There's some thoughts that will come and go. There's some thoughts that linger and continue. And you need to be evaluating yourself as to saying, or asking the question, why is this thought here? Why am I still thinking of this? What does this thought offer me? And the thing about it, you can hear it in your head without it being vocally said. So that lets you know that there's some internal things that you need to adjust in order to be able to pay attention to the big picture, to be able to pay attention to the right now, to be able to delete some files in your thoughts and replace them with greater things and move toward greater. It is very easy for us to listen and pay attention to something negative. If you don't believe me, turn on the news every day. Some of us are fanatical that we have to know the news. We have to know. And I'm not saying some news is not informative, but if you evaluate the news, 99.9% of it is negative. And they always get the stories, and they'll say something like, we have the stories that you want to hear. And what they're actually saying, we have all the crime, we have all the murders, we have all the negative things. Every now and then, they will put a small captive of something good that happened or something that's positive. And so we have to be conscious of what we are paying attention to. And when I say paying attention, that means you're taking energy and you're paying it from your energy field and you're placing it on something that may not be the best for you or beneficial to you. So as we move into our day, as we move into the things that have been ordered for our day, it's going to be mandatory that you pay attention to see if the thoughts that you're having, if the things that are happening, if the people that are around you are negative or positive. Remember, there is a polarity. There's an opposite to everything. But some of us don't even recognize that, and we think that the place that we're in life is permanent. This whole life is an illusion. It's going to pass away. Nothing that happens to you or that you're experiencing is for the rest of this life on this side. There can be changes made. And so as you move into your day, as you move into the first day of the week, this beautiful Sunday, whether it's raining, snowing, or the sun is out, it's still a beautiful day because it is a day that the Lord has made. And no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, rejoice and be glad in it. Experience the creation of the day. Pay attention to the blessings. Pay attention to the miracles. Pay attention to what God is saying. If you begin to pay attention to those things, everything else fades away. We are in the best place we can be in our lives when we pay attention. If you see there's a problem, pay attention to the solution. If you're experiencing a sickness, pay attention to the healing. If your finances are low, pay attention to the richness of God and the word that God said, I am your shepherd and you shall not want. And he's saying, I'll supply your need according to his riches and glory. You have to understand that if we pay attention, if we focus, if we think on those things that are good, that are honest, that are true, as we're instructed to, we can move into a better life. We can move into better health, better finances, just a whole new experience in life with God. Well, this is Michelle, and I'm your motivator, motivating you to pay attention to your life. There are signs that will show you, directions that will take you, words that will speak to you. And this life will be a better experience for you. God is God is getting something to you, but you must, you have to, you must will to pay attention. Well, remember, you've been created by the Creator to be creative. So start creating your creations and stop duplicating others. May the blessings of God, the peace, the love, the power, and sound mindedness be your food for today.